Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the channel. I'm Rookie, and today I have the honor to introduce y'all to royalty. I'd like to introduce you guys to the king. Alright guys, this is my 2001 Harley-Davidson RoadKing. It's an heirloom. It belonged to my father, and my father gave it to me when he got a full dresser. My father owned this bike since it was brand new. This bike has been in the family for almost 20 years now, and it is part of the family. I'll never get rid of it. I'll never sell it. I'll never trade it. I'll never have it anywhere else but right here in the garage, nice and comfy where it's safe. Today I am going to do the brakes on everything. My father said that he did the brakes on the front, but he's not really sure. He's owned the bike since it was brand new. It only has 16,000 original miles on it. He never rode it hard. He took really good care of it. Any scratches, any dings are from maybe a couple times it's been dropped. I've dropped it a couple times. She's really heavy, and when she goes down hard. So I've dropped it just pulling into the garage when I first started riding it. So she can be a little awkward sometimes pulling in and out, but once she starts getting cruising, she's pretty sturdy. So we're gonna do this, and I'm going to show you some tips along the way. This is actually the first time that I've changed brakes on a Harley before, and the first time I've changed brakes on this bike. I have changed brakes on cars multiple times, and I actually love doing brakes. So we'll see how this goes, and I'll show you some tips that I know about doing normal brake jobs, but this could be new experience, so you're coming along. Took these out. You have a long one up top and a short one down at the bottom, and then the caliper, one of the front calipers, comes right off. They don't look too horrible. They don't look too horrible at all. I'll get a better inspection here in a second. Well, here's a little learning experience that I didn't know about. So these are a quarter inch 12 point. I have never ever had to worry about 6 point or 12 point. This is the first time in my whole life, and it had to be on a damn Harley. Oh, by the way, don't take those off, because then the whole caliper breaks apart, and then you get brake fluid all over the floor, and hopefully I didn't mess up any seals inside that thing, which I probably did. I'm gonna have to take it all apart and check it out now. Okay, we'll get back to it. So just in case you guys know or don't know, when you're doing brakes, you don't want to use any old grease on the back side of your brake pads. You want to use high temp disc brake wheel brakes. What happens is your brake pads get really hot, and if you use regular grease on the back side of your brake pads, it's going to overheat and just burn up and stink real bad. And then you just want to do a thin coat on the back side of your brake pads. Do not put grease on this side, this side. Alright, so you have stainless steel bolts and aluminum threads. They oxidize, so you want to put anti-seize on these threads. Alright guys, I'm doing something that's kind of difficult to record by myself, but basically I'm bleeding the brakes. And I'm trying not to make a huge mess, but it's kind of becoming an issue not to make a huge mess. So I got a hose connected to the brake going down to a bottle. And there it goes. Pops right off. See, I split that cal. Oh, well, these brakes feel pretty good. Well, that's pretty stiff. These feel better than they did when I first did them. I'll bleed this other side. And top off the fluid because it keeps on shooting out of here. Basically, what you got is you got a valve right here on your brake. What you want to do, see how that's shooting out of there? We're gonna put the lid back on here for a minute. So that will stop happening. But I got so much pressure now that the brake fluid just wants to shoot out of here. And I haven't really noticed if it's hitting the paint, but I don't want that to happen. All right. So you're going to pump it up like this and then hold and then break it free and then close without releasing. And then release and boom, you're in business. We'll do it one more time. Pump it up, hold, release, and then close. Release. Boom. Nice stiff brakes. I'm used to doing this on a car. So on the motorcycle, you only got, There's not a lot of line. It's probably about maybe 4 feet of line, because you got two brake calipers on the front here, so you probably have 4 feet of line. So yeah, easy peasy to get all the air out of it. I actually split the left side caliper in half, inspected it, put it back together again. It had no fluid left in it, and this has literally taken me 5 minutes to bleed these brakes. I mean, super easy. I'm gonna top this off, and then screw this back down, and we are gold. All right, that's it for the front brakes. Now to turn this hog around and do the rear. Alright, so here's the rear brake, and it's kind of in a funny position because it's tied to this brake, to the, not the brake, but to the rear axle, like right here. It's hard to see on camera. So you have this bolt right here that ties it in, and then these hold on to the pads. So I don't know how exactly I'm going to do that. I really don't want to take the rear tire off, because then I have to realign the back belt, and these So what I've decided I'm going to do is I'm just going to split the caliper in half. Really not that big of a deal. Put the new pads in, then put it all back together again. That way I don't have to take the whole back tire off. When you split the caliper, there's just 2 O-rings in there. It's no big deal, you know, to bleed the system back out. I mean, it's 3 feet of brake line. It'll take me like 5 minutes, just like the front, so no big deal. I got some WD-40 sitting on that valve to make it easier when I go to break it loose to bleed it. So yeah, I mean, that's not ideal, but that's easier than taking this whole back tire off and lining up the belt again. So, all right. All right, guys, so that's the back. Let me move out of the light. That's the back side of the caliper. So I split the calipers, and I was thinking about not doing the brakes, but yeah, that's the end of the brake pad, and then that's metal. So yeah, 20 years, never a brake job on the rear. I knew there was a reason why I didn't want to go down the Blue Mountain Parkway before I changed these, and that's why this one's on the outside. It's not horrible, but not great either. No, that's no bueno. Yeah, we're changing these. I don't care how much of a pain in the butt, because that's not safe. All right, I'll get back to you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, well, that sums that up. That really wasn't that hard. This video has been a couple days. I've worked on it after work. It really wasn't that big of a deal. The hardest thing was finding .5. HarleyDavidson's, I don't know if it's just HarleyDavidson's, maybe a lot of other motorcycles. I've only worked on HarleyDavidson's. Take .5 brake fluid, and I was like, I don't have any .5. So it took me a couple days to find some, and that was really the only thing that was hard. I really only put maybe a solid hour's worth of work into this. I had a motorcycle mechanic look at it from a shop, and he was feeling my front brakes, and he said they were spongy, and I was like, well, you know, how much to do it? And he was like $800. I spent $40 on the brake pads in an hour of my day. So sometimes, and I've never worked on the brakes of a Harley before. An old one, like a 1976, way back in the day when I was like 16. So it's been a long time since I worked on the brakes of any motorcycle. So I just took what I knew from automotive and applied it to this, and it was easy peasy. So don't be scared of this stuff. Like, just do it yourself, man. Save yourself some money. I know there's some jobs that you feel like it's going to be, you know, oh, brakes, they're so important. I'm too scared to work on them. Brakes are really simple. They just have to have pressure. If you don't have pressure, they won't work. You know, it's real simple. You pour some brake fluid in the reservoir, you pump the brake, you cut the valve loose until the brake pedal goes all the way down, turn, you know, shut the valve, pump it up some more, you know, open the valve again, get all the air out of the system until this brake pedal is stiff. You want it stiff. You don't want spongy, stiff. When you have it stiff, you're good to go. That's it. That's the hardest part about doing brakes. Easy peasy, guys. Hey, if you want more videos like this, I really am more of an outdoorsy guy, but this is kind of outdoorsy. I'm working on my outdoor toy, so, you know, whatever. But if you want more videos like this, comment, you know, let me know. Tell me what you want to see. I got plenty of stuff to work on. I got friends with plenty of stuff. I'll make the videos, whatever you guys want to see. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit your little bell for more videos, and we'll see you next time.